Ladies and gentlemen, did you like this video? Can we have a round of applause, please? And even more energetic round of applause for our friends who have come from all parts of the world, the Pravasi Bharatiyas, please. Honorable Sir, I would be making a very brief presentation about the industrial investment opportunities in Odisha. But since we are honored to have the presence of our Honorable External Affairs Minister, to begin with, this is what Odisha is in terms of size. It is of the size of Bangladesh. In terms of population, it is of the size of Spain. So, Honorable Minister, sir, since you are the External Affairs Minister, it would be easy for you certainly to place us. We have a US $110 economy, 11% of India's water, 480 kilometers of the coast of the Indian coastline. What makes Odisha an interesting and attractive investment destination? I'll just speak on these 5 points very briefly. Our polity, the democratic polity, our economy, geography, policy, and the demography. What is it about our policy, our polity, the demographic polity? What you see on stage is what the change in government is. Ladies and gentlemen, what gives speed to a train? Engine. What gives double straight speed to a train? Do you see that on stage? That is our democratic polity. We have our Honorable Chief Minister, our Honorable External Affairs Minister, and under their leadership, we are going to witness the next phase of Odisha's growth. Our economy has been growing at more than 10% in the last few years. In fact, we are a significant contribution to the growth of Indian economy. There are states growing at a rate lower than us, and there are states growing at a rate faster than us. However, we are a significant contributor to the growth of Indian economy, which today is a beacon of hope in the world, as our Honorable Prime Minister says. We are also one of the fastest growing economy and diversified economies in India, because we get 43%, almost 40% from contribution from industry sector, 38% from services sector, and the balance from agriculture sector. More importantly, because of certain features related to our geography and our polity, we have been receiving good investment intents. The top graph on the right hand side shows a data given by Center for Monitoring of Indian Economy, where we are the second highest investment attracting state in the country today. Just below Maharashtra, but above Gujarat, above Karnataka, above Tamil Nadu and UP. And the left bottom graph shows a graph by the Reserve Bank of India, not only large investment intents, but also conversion into actual investment opportunities by assistance from financial markets, from capital markets, from banks and other financial institutions. But what drives this growth? What drives this growth is that Odisha is a mineral-rich coastal state. While there are states in the country who are mineral-rich, for instance, Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh, but they are not coastal. And there are coastal states, for instance, Andhra Pradesh, but they are not mineral-rich. We are twice blessed by the Lord Jagannath. We have 25% of India's coal, 35% of India's iron ore, 45% of India's manganese, 55% of India's bauxite, almost the entire nickel and chromite. More importantly, we are blessed with rare earths. On the coast of Odisha, we are blessed with rare earths, which is giving us the next age of growth in ilmenite, monazite, and also in titanium. Not only the mineral advantage, we have converted it into the metals advantage. By following a policy of local value addition, we are the largest producer of iron, largest producer of steel, largest producer of stainless steel, largest producer of bauxite, largest producer of alumina, largest producer of aluminium. And not only that, there is a significant growth which is happening. The steel capacities will be added more than 100 million tons per annum. And kindly take a look at this map of Odisha, where you would see that all these investments are spread throughout the state, which gives us tremendous advantage in terms of being able to attract more companies, more and more companies in the entire value chain, from mining to mineral to metal. In fact, there are companies, for instance, TYK from Japan, Welspun from Gujarat, Caldris from Spain, Almatis from France, SMS Group from Germany, Magna again from France, TRL Kosaki from Japan, who have already discovered this value chain prospects in Odisha. It takes 4 million tons of material to be moved for 1 ton of steel. And it requires 8 million tons of material to be moved for 1 million ton of aluminum. And 1 ton of aluminum requires 300 kilograms of 18 other chemicals. Today, all of these chemicals, barring a few, come from a country, I need not name that country. This is a huge opportunity in Odisha. The second advantage which we derive from our geography is our being coastal nature. We are on the east coast of India. We are within 6 hours from 50% of the world economy. The Southeast East Asian nations, countries like Singapore, Sri Lanka, all the Far East countries are closer to us in eastern seaboard than the rest of India on the western seaboard. And we have been able to utilize this advantage in a systematical planned manner by setting up ports on our long coastline, starting with Paradip Port, which is a Government of India port, the largest port in India today. Dhamra Port, which is run by Adani's, and Gopalpur Port, which is also run by Adani's. Aside from that, there is a port at Suvarnrekha being developed by Tata's, and 2 more ports which will be coming up for development in the next 2 to 3 years. Immense opportunities on the coastal region. This coastal advantage, the port advantage, has helped us also become emerging leaders in chemicals and petrochemicals. We are the new destination for textiles, technical textiles, and apparel, and also in food and seafood processing. In fact, sir, I'm very happy to inform the Honorable Minister today. We have a proud NRI, AK Mishra, who has come all the way from Dubai. He is already establishing a plant in Odisha. We have from Mauritius, Mr. Kohli, Amit Kohli, who represents the Firemont Textiles, who is setting up one of the largest denim manufacturing in Odisha. We have Mr. Mahesh Amlian from Sri Lanka, the Mas Group, who are setting up a very large investment. Similarly, in seafood processing, now there are opportunities opening up in Far East and Southeast Asian and other markets, and we would certainly take advantage of the presence of our friends from other countries to spread this word. In chemicals and petrochemicals, again, there are large number of companies who have discovered the coastal advantage of Odisha. We have one of the 3 PCPIRs in the country, the other 2 being in Andhra Pradesh and Gujarat. And because of the Indian Oil Corporation's dual feed naphtha cracker project, the next wave of investments in chemicals and petrochemicals is coming up in Odisha. Same thing in textiles, technical textiles and apparel, and also in food and seafood processing. Sir, I also wanted to bring to the notice of our Honorable External Affairs Minister, Indonesin, which is a Japanese company, today has the largest noodle manufacturing factory outside of Japan in India, in Bhubaneswar. And there are many other companies who have discovered an advantage. Similarly, the next wave of growth in Odisha is going to be in the new age sectors of renewable energy, biotechnology, electronics, IT, ITS, pharmaceuticals, and automobile and auto components. We have set up good infrastructure facilities, good promotional policies for these investments. Sir, the last point which I wanted to bring to the kind attention of our audience here is, look at this map of Odisha, map of India, which places Odisha in the scheme of Purvodaya. Andhra, Telangana, Odisha, Jharkhand, Bihar, Chhattisgarh, West Bengal, Assam, and the Northeast. This is what is called East-Northeast India. This is 50 crores of India's population. 1/3 of India's population is in this region. And in all goods and services, the CAGR, the growth of demand from consumers in this area is the fastest in India. Look at Odisha as an entry point to this region, because we are a coastal state, we are ideally located, we have good infrastructure, good policies, good skilled workforce. Therefore, Odisha can become your entry point to serve this fast emerging, larger 1/3 of India's market. We have set up good infrastructure facilities. Just take a very brief look here. On the east coast, we have the Eastern Expressway. On the west coast, we have the Western Expressway, and these two are connected by a East-West Expressway. All our industrial areas, all our major ports and industrial clusters are located on this. We have ready-to-move industrial lands in good industrial estates in these areas, close to port, close to highway, close to national roads. Ease of doing business. This is the photograph of my Honorable Industries Minister receiving the Top Achiever State Award recently by Shri Piyush Goyal ji, Honorable Commerce and Industries Minister, as the Top Achiever State in Ease of Doing Business. And recently, we received Achiever State in the Leeds report just 2 days ago, again Commerce and Industries Minister honored our state as an achiever state in the logistics ease of doing business. Cost of doing business, the lowest in the country. Cost of industrial land, cost of water, cost of power, and cost of moving goods to other parts of the country. It has been proved by studies after studies that we are amongst the lowest in the country. World-class skilling ecosystem. Honorable Minister, sir, out of the top 100 ITIs in the country, 11 are from Odisha. Out of the top 20 ITI graduates last year, 14 were from Odisha. Sir, we are just 4% of India's population and we account for more than 10% of the skilled workforce coming out from our ITIs and polytechnics. You go to any industrial cluster in the country today, whether it is Coimbatore or Mysore, Chennai or Bangalore, Noida or Greater Noida, Surat or Ahmedabad, you will find that the most productive, the most disciplined, and the most outcome-oriented employees are from Odisha. All this has given us a consistently growing industrial economy. The topmost domestic players are all in India, and when industries come to Odisha, they look at a long-term story because we are a consistently growing state. Therefore, come invest in Odisha, invest in the future. Today was a brief audience with you. We are organizing our Global Investors Summit from 28th to 29th January this month. We cordially invite all our Pravasi Bharatiyas to also come. We will have a longer conversation with you. We'll take you to our industrial areas and you will discover more. If you are interested, do click a photograph of this slide. We will get in touch with you. Thank you so much.